Welcome in 5 minutes with Sean, maybe 10. The social September train rolls on. We are on our way, getting ever closer to September 24th, Madison, Wisconsin. This is something that for me today is important. It is community. That is what today's discussion is about, community as it relates to social media. And to me, there are multiple ways to view, engage, and look at the word community, again, as a collective piece of the discussion. So let's start with the idea that community is how we meet people. And in my case, someone who, again, everyone sees me outside. You assume I'm hanging out with people. I do not. I hang out with the woods and my wife. And so where I build relationships, where I have relationships is through LinkedIn, which leads to other places, phone calls, text, emails. So for us, conversation's sake today, the idea of community is the idea of the LinkedIn community, the people that I have met there, the opportunities that I've had that have been created from 7 strong years of cultivation on that network, in that world, really trying to do that. And so when I say I don't social, I don't do anything besides LinkedIn. I get told by my nephews that that's the old person social. So, and that's fine. To me, it's been business social, and the community that I have built is what has allowed me to grow my company. Period. Best salesperson in this company is LinkedIn by far. Now, I power the LinkedIn account. It just doesn't do it on its own, but it allows me the opportunity to build these relationships, to have that. Those relationships and the opportunity of this community have also fulfilled this show many times over, as well as my new venture into another world here for a podcast that we're doing. And it's the same thing, right? It's been allowed the same way. The community from both has been what's grown together. And I think that's the really cool part about it. I think it's something that people don't understand. You think, why do social? Well, what does it sell? It sells you, right? And that's a concept that I can get behind. That's something that I sell all the time is me. I'm a big fan of selling me. I think it's an important part of our discussion as people when you have your own brand. So, but the community is also where you learn and where you grow, get ideas, see what things maybe you are thinking, other people say out loud, etc. So there's that part of it that I think is extremely, extremely important. And I don't think enough people give it credence to. I know it's easy to say, oh, during COVID, like, okay, a lot of people got on LinkedIn during COVID. Cool. I'm glad most of them stayed. That's awesome. But it's been that way for years now. And it's been that community. It's that place that I go to where I go to get my information, to get my feedback, to pitch ideas, to have, to listen to pitched ideas, right? So to me, very important part of the discussion is that of the online community built. Now, from a business to business perspective, because ultimately, as an entrepreneur, my LinkedIn page is me and I am my LinkedIn page, right? So there's this whole thing of like, I have a business page. I don't do anything on it. People mention it all the time. I love people for that, but I don't even simulcast this information to it. It's a time and effort thing for me. I just don't have it. And so I don't really look to it, right, to do that at this current juncture of my life. So, but with the idea of business to business, I can tell you that initially when I began this podcast, the idea that I had was that if people heard how crazy I was and thought that maybe this guy wasn't for me, that I would be doing myself a service by weeding out the people who would not be interested in me. And again, I've made this joke 1,000 times on the show. You can go back and look at the first 7 episodes. You just watch the viewership do this. That's what happens. People are like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm not. This guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. And while it might be crazy, it's always honest. It's always honest. And so with being honest in a community is extremely helpful. And so business to business has allowed me to do that with it. Now, from what we look at in social via Carbiz Social is talking about the idea of community as in the one you operate in. Because I don't have a brick and mortar, my online community is the best I can give you. Okay. But dealerships, your community, the best that you can give that community is right there in front of you. Like, period. Got to do it, right? Engaging with local businesses. So my man, Jeff Hunter, works with clients all over the country on social media. And one of them was like, well, how can we do more? What can we do? And he said, well, what do you guys think of a giveaway at the local restaurant? Boom, multiple times. People are like, this one. I know people. And then they look into it. One of them has a gigantic social media following. Okie dokie. Well, what can we do? A gift card. So we got the owner on the call. Said, well, yeah, we're thinking about doing a $100 gift card. Guys, come on, really? You guys kidding me right now? Go, yeah, go, right? So you have a very supportive owner, $100 denomination, and a restaurant and a dealership, two local. And when it comes to mid-sized businesses, hard-pressed to find more people that do more for their communities than our restaurants and our dealerships individually, okay? And so when that happens, beautiful marriage, right? Beautiful packaging. And that's the part of working with your community. But as dealerships, what we fail at a lot, and it's not even, I'll take it a step further. I'll say there's plenty of people on social media that have gigantic followings that never respond to reply a comment in their lives. And I can't do it. I can't abide by it. I can't do business with it. I don't care for it. I unfollow folks like that. What's the point, man? The vanity of 1,000 people commenting on your stuff and you say nothing? That's not engagement. That's not community building. That's bullshit. It's look at me. I mean, I guess I know, right? That's what social media is about, I suppose. But to me, building community, and again, if you've ever heard me speak on the topic, you'll have heard this before. I post 3 times a week to LinkedIn. That has grown, okay, by 33% over the last 12 months by adding in my Wednesday throwback of today in 5-minute history. But when you have over 300 episodes, you might as well reuse the content, right? So now it's 3 times a week. I post social media, LinkedIn. That's it for Sean Welsh, 5 minutes with Sean, CarBiz Done Better, CarBiz Social. That is what happens. I comment 3,000. I look to build community on a daily basis. And with my new venture into the cannabis space and the podcast we do over there, working the community under that moniker, because it's not directly connected, but if you've ever seen the show, you know it's me. Working the moniker as a part of the social media place gives you such an opportunity to build community with people and then sort of have that sell through and when you meet them, right? The brand was there, the brand supporter, they saw the brand, and then boom, you're the human behind the brand. Whereas in CarBiz, I've been the human out in front of the brand. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, that guy, right? So now it's so fun. It's challenging in a way because they say founders and people like that, those pages always do better than biz pages, which I get. That's cool. But I'm grinding on. I'm trying something different in a space that I've had passion for my entire life. So much like the car business, much like what I get to do here every single day. But so my point is, when talking about building community, dealers being one-way posters, no good. Posting one way without engagement with community, really, what in the hell is the point? Okay, what is the point? And so you need to go out as your dealership, as whoever's in charge of the social media page needs to go out and speak to the community. Give a follow to someone, give a like, give a comment, share, do something to show the community that the moniker is not just the one that posts giveaways and sales and does this and does that. No, it's a part of us. It's a part of our community. It's here. It engages. I see it here. I see it on pages. I see it thanking the firemen, the first responders, whatever, right? As car dealerships, I believe your opportunity for content is almost infinite. That's my belief. Anyone wants to prove me wrong, please. I would love to have the conversation. We could have it right here on the show. I think that'd be a riot. Otherwise, let's get out and let's do it. Lastly, for everything that you are doing to get comments, to get DMs, and to let them go unreplied, especially a DM, no good. Bad business practice for you, for any dealership who's doing this, who isn't paying attention. Even if you're doing other things, there's still going to be messages in there that could be of value. Don't just rely on automation to work them and bring you the cream to the top. It's not that hard to build it into the process. Now, will it all get into CRM? Probably not. Probably only the good leads and solds, likely. However, doesn't mean you can't go looking. Doesn't mean you can't build a process around it. Just because it's social media doesn't put it out of reach. Okay. Getting the data is a real pain in the ass. Selfish plug, Jeff Hunter can help you with that. But the reality of the situation is that you need to go looking and you need to know more because there's an opportunity of impact that you might be missing. All right. Go out, have yourselves an absolutely wonderful week. Next week on the show, I'm going to have some fun talking about our big show, September 24th, Madison, Wisconsin, Being Social. Thank you so much. Have a great week.